like
Hoes in the oven.
He said in the oven.
That's
That's a hook.
It's the title of a song.
That's a hook. For real.
Hoes in the oven.
Making them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
it,
That's a
it,
hook.
it was just, I don't know, it was ridiculous. It was just a toxic relationship. Man.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, I got out of that.
Yeah.
The moment I got out of that, went back to music. I don't know, that's my safe haven.
That's always where you go back to.
But it took me a year, I want to say, to get back acclimated. Like I had to I was making some whack shit. I was like, God damn, what's
takes
wrong
time.
with me?
Yeah.
I had to get back into like the swing of things. And it took a year.
Yeah.
So I want to say that was 2018, 2019, last year, is when I really started finding my pace again. And that's Emancipation Park came during that time. And I was thinking about...
So you got reacclimated last year and then put Emancipation Park out. That was pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, is that because just is this just a collection of songs where you're like, okay, I got it. Like it's finally right, or was it just songs you have been working on all year? You're like just perfecting them.
Well, I actually had a slew of songs that I recorded with my cousin Elliot. Shout out to Elliot. I was at his house recording, and I actually ended up, recording at my house, just in my room or whatever, just by myself, just getting things going.
Yeah.
And
lyrical exercise.
Yeah, and just because I'm more into, rather than just the lyrics, I'm into how does the entire song sound.
That's good.
Because just as a producer, artist, I kind of hear the whole song and the arrangement, and so I'm putting together Emancipation Park, but I'm thinking the theme wise, I'm thinking a lot of gentrification is going on, but also and this would be the precursor to No Plan B. Like everything on it was just like I want it to be kind of like Black experience ish, but not so heavy, ham-fisted, not so heavy-handed with it. Like I want it to kind of be like it's jamming, but that is there.
Yeah, the message is there. It's like Outkast.
Yeah, because I remember this is how I knew it was really there. I was listening to it around some non-Blacks.
Yes.
And then I started feeling a way like, what they gonna? But then the I don't give a fuck kind of kicked in as well. But I just realized, at that point, like this is me. This is my sound. I'm for us. Yeah. I don't hate anybody, but I'm definitely for us. We got to be for us.
Yeah.
And,
pro-Black don't mean that you hate everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
It don't at all. And and so I knew that was something I couldn't compromise on, and I knew that I wanted to build dope music around Black experiences, and I made Black Girl Magic out of that because I really enjoy the Black woman in all her aspects, like whether that be a romantic relationship, a sibling relationship. I have a sister, my mother, both of my grandmothers, rest in peace. And even like friendships. I just enjoy the fact that there are women that understand the Black men. Yeah. And
he's with a Black woman right now.
Yes.
With a Black woman right now. That's 100.
Yes.
Have you dated outside your race?
No.
Okay.
I have dabbled.
Oh, okay.
But
you can say it, but still, I understand where you're getting at.
Yeah, I have dabbled, but it was
family-friendly podcast.
It was just
nothing family friendly about. I just said fuck parents.
Let's just say. I just thought it was weird. Like not weird that it was a white woman, but that this particular person, it didn't go anywhere at all because. For whatever reason, I'm dressed. I know what a thug look like. I wasn't looking like that at the time. Yeah. But she thought, I'm Black. Yeah. She walking in just randomly saying stuff like, "Ain't nobody finna fuck with us." What are you talking? What the fuck are you talking about? We finna eat. Like,
yeah.
That went nowhere. I didn't even dibble.
I understand.
With the dabble, you know what I'm saying? It was just, that's as far as that went. And so, anyway, I knew I had to get back to Houston. That was a North Dakota situation.
Oh, okay. That was North Dakota.
Yeah, that's North Dakota.
Yeah. But
still.
Nothing against North Dakota. You know, if I come do a show out there, shout out. But
there we go.
In her defense, though, I mean, that little girl saw you in North Dakota and ran. So people from miles around probably knew about you already. They was like, hey, man, you know there's a thug that's living out here now.
And I mean, let's be honest. I talk about it freely in front of non-people of color. I'll be like, well, y'all are just scared of us. So they'll be like, no, we're not. I'll be like, okay, you know where not to go. So, yeah.
Man.
Sure.
Like, come on, man.
That is
a
so response.
Black girl magic. So you say you enjoy everything that there is about the black woman.
Yes.
So what else do we have on Emancipation Park?
Okay, we have 712. That's about me and my woman. It's just kind of a personal track, you know, between, you know, me and her and our like inside jokes and shit. And then let's see. The intro. I had the amazing time P on there. She was singing backup with me. She actually sung the chorus on there too and wrote it. I like the orchestral feel of it when it first comes on.
I can see.
And it was just,
it's real big.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like doing stuff like that.
Come from that Diddy school.
He's at the Diddy school.
Because when you produce, like, you produce what you hear, you're gonna gravitate towards like those sounds because you heard it, so you like, yo, I need like this intro like this because that's what we heard. Like, yeah. So it's like that's why I like your music.
Those Kanye intros, like on those first 4 albums, I want to say. Like, those
and he's
intros,
from the Diddy school.
Yeah.
He just perfected it.
Yeah. So you know, just how that would go. Like, you kind of have like this feel, like it's I don't know how to describe, like a Spielberg kind of movie, and just like it's a very heartfelt kind of thing. And that's kind of what I was going for with it. And you know, it's just about, you know, breaking out away from a society that doesn't want you to be you, while they also want to be you.
Wow, that's pretty good way to put it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like you know, but they, you know, they try to remove us from the process, you know. And through gentrification, you know, there's I call it like herding. They just herd black people in areas and funnel them in certain areas.
And you kind of alluded to that when you were saying about naming it. Like, why in particular Emancipation Park? Why is that such an important title and such an important area?
Well, I believe that Third Ward is a very important area in Houston. I'm not from Third Ward, but that area in particular, I sometimes I call it like the Harlem of Houston. Like it just has a historic value to it. I mean, I know there's other areas that do, but you know, Third Ward kind of gets that notoriety. I just, you know, I remember when it was Dowling, and then it was Emancipation. And then, you know, Emancipation Park. I was out there in Third Ward, and some lady just wanted me to move my car, so she calls the police. You know, she's not an official Third Ward resident. She lives out there. And what are they calling it now? What is it called again? Are they trying to call it
Edo?
No. They call it Midtown now, or the Museum District.
Museum Park.
That's Museum Park.
Museum Park.
Yeah.
And I just remember when I'm not remember, but I mean, I know they put like the pool. What's the pool and the basketball? Because my thing is, people will talk about gentrification and then be like, oh, this is other people coming in and they really want to take care of the neighborhood. And I'm just like, yo, like our people live out in these areas, and are you telling me, like, I'm like, there are plenty of, especially like we're talking about black women, like all these women in the church that have written letters and letters talking about, like, I want this fixed, and it just gets ignored. Like, what happens is when you have a different group of people come in, all of a sudden it's like, hey, I want this pothole fixed, and it happens. I
Like
like
all
a
of
bus
sudden
stop
get a
here,
grocery store.
and it happens. I like a grocery store, and it happens. It's not
when
that,
you see it. I had to say it. When you see newer HEBs, still love them, but I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then a Whole Foods, HEB combined with Whole Food. Like if there's a HEB, you're like, okay.
That's a nuclear bomb.
But if
in the black
an
community.
yes, and a Whole Foods
Yeah.
comes together,
Yeah.
then there's gonna be a Jamba Juice. There's gonna be a Smoothie King, and I'm like,
and it's not that they're like we as a people don't want to take advantage of these like situations. It's like it's just not. It doesn't come.
It comes with higher rent. That's what happens. Your rent gets higher or the property gets sold. And, and then you don't live there anymore.
And the nail in the coffin, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A's nail on the
I say the
coffin.
nail in the coffin is when you see somebody just walking their dog at 3 a.m.
That's what I was saying.
And
Nail in the
they
coffin.
look at you. You looking at them. They look at
The
you like
nail in the coffin is that.
Yeah.
Anybody, I told you, like MLK in Austin was an interesting. Like we went there for South by Southwest, and I just remember there was it was a white woman, and she rode by on a bike, and it was like the bike from E.T. with the basket on the front, and there was a bunny in front. And I remember we were sitting on the steps, and it was 3 a.m. I texted my friend. I was like, "Yo, a white girl just rode by."
Yeah.
On a bike with a basket with a bunny. A bunny. It's a big bunny, but I'm saying a bunny just at 3 a.m. I said MLK out here is different.
Yeah.
But that's just what it is. Like,
it's gonna be called Trump Boulevard.
Oh man.
If he gets his way. If he gets his way, which I mean
I'm about to say
he's
when
been
he
getting.
gets his way. Okay.
He's been getting.
Yeah.
But you thought, okay, so that was your goal when you're saying you wanted to do an ode to this to kind of memorialize this Houston's Harlem.
Yeah, just kind of like, and for it to represent the historic black neighborhoods of the country, just something like that, and I kind of like with the song Star, I speak up on how we are. We're stars, but we don't know it. And I look at stars like they're way out there. They're separate from everything. And that's kind of how we are. But we're here, We are separate from everybody. We have unique features. We have, we're the only group on a macro level that the world decided together they're gonna be at the bottom. And our perseverance and our the way we've dealt with that throughout the years, because you can't get rid of us, you can't stop us, and I mean they worried about our birth rate. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other conversation. But we understood. I want to say even during slavery, especially before slavery, we understood that that's not our natural state. That's not what we are, and innately you understand that, and you can only scare some of the people some of the time, but not all of the people all the time. Like we, a person like a Malcolm X, comes out of this. A person like a Kwame, comes out of this. Like it. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep going until we get what we want. Not appeasement, but what we want. And Star is just about recognizing that innate energy in you. Looking at what's going on, but also understanding that you the shit.
I feel that. That's a good thing. You do talk about a lot about like really just overcoming things.
Yeah,
you've overcome a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even with overcoming a lot of stuff, like, and putting that in your music, how does that help you, like, in your daily life?
It motivates me because I want to say my mind, since I put out Emancipation Park, and since I decided there was no other thing besides music for me to do, it's almost like my life depends on. I made it. I didn't alone make it this way. Other factors made it this way, but my life depends on me creating. My entire life, this is life and death for me, I should say. I either do this or I perish, and I feel like the way I've been able to overcome is just learning, what it takes to build your brand, or that sounds like some corporate lingo or whatever, but like it's not. If you do everything transactionally, it kind of stops there. But if you do everything